Continuation of the report.
Good morning, everyone. I am Heart Nakaituna, the second reporter. So my topic is all about characteristic of good appropriate IMS and technological tools. So why do we use instructional materials and technology tools? So instructional materials are essential tools in learning curriculum. So we cannot grab any materials just to deliver and to use it, but we have to identify each purpose. You should be related what we delivered into the classroom, not only to related to our subject, but of course that related to the particular topic that we're going to discuss in our classroom. They allow the student to interact with words, symbols, and ideas in ways that develop their abilities in reading, listening, solving, viewing, thinking, speaking, writing, using media and technology. So which they can interact with us in a word, in a simple and the ideas or any ways that can develop to express or themselves rather. So next is, so here are some characteristics of good instructional material that will help you in your teaching process. So we have 6 physical characteristics. First, size, color, durability, economy, readability, portability. So first is size. Size is a very important that we use in appropriate size inside the classroom. That the materials, whether the materials instruction where we're going to bring the class, for example, pictures, flashcards, posters, and etc. It should be big enough to be seen by the all student. For example, sa PowerPoint presentation when we're going to discuss or we need to identify the content of our PowerPoint. We need to identify the front style, the design, size, color, and alignment. So sa design, for example, the Ergel, Tahoma, and Overdana. It is appropriate siya mga magamit. The next is size. Size is a very important when it comes to mag-create a PowerPoint presentation, and we need use for 24 size. It comes kung sa title is should be 24, or ang iyang body should be 16 to 18, while ang color is very important. For example, kung sa color wheel. The next and lastly is alignment. Alignment is a very important where the text location, kung aha nato siya ibutang, mas appropriate man siya kung atong maplastar siya o dali ra nato masabtan. The next is color. Most of students are attracted to bright color. For example, sa food chain. Makikita man ta sa food chain ng color red. So, sa food chain, they identify na food chain to siya. Because those food chain are using in a particular color. The most of us are visual learner. We can easily understand the things learned og atong makita. Og dali ra nato ma-relate akato nga subject. The next is the durability. Durability is a really must. It should be stand for a longer time and in a multiple classes, so that the effort and the money that you render, you have to, and you will not do in just in one glimpse or a nap. Next is economy. Diba? You can for example, teacher. So, diba? It be consider also the salary of the teachers, his expenses in making instructional materials. So, they can magamit pag mga resourceful the needs and the creativity nga ma-produce their own materials. Diba ang mga teacher food kay makakuot po na sila kaugalingong money nga ma-provide lang ang kanang mga instructional materials. Pwede man po if possible siya, mugamit na lag mga cheaper things in making your materials, so that dili siya bugat sa imuhang part. So next is relatability. So relatability must be related to the topic, or not only the subject or the lesson, but also the lesson purpose of instruction. Remember that the teachers uses instructional materials are to ease the burden of teaching, so that the student will understand the subject better. So, diba? Dapat it's most important, or it must be unique. Lastly is portability. Our materials must be easy to handle and to carry on, so that it is more convenient for your part to carry it wherever you will. Bisag asa ka pa mo tudlo. For example, ikaw teacher, imagine itudlo ka sa 4th floor, and your instructional materials is so very heavy and big, so dili siya convenient para sa imuha. O diba? So we have 6 physical characteristics, and I hope you understand better. So let's proceed to the next topic. So what we should keep in mind or making instructional materials and technology. Keep in mind, first, choose materials appropriately related to the learning objectives. So, diba? It should be connected to the topic that we're going to discuss. Dili ingon nga available, but it's really can support the topic when we're going to deliver. Second, support learning and are not merely creative distraction. So, to develop the learner to study the topic, it should be the support learner of the student assessment of the learning. You will be able to see if that student are able to apply what they've learned from your topic. Number 3, all materials used must be true assessment of learning objectives. Yes, of course, we discuss the support learning. So, we need give them more area to explore. Can be supported in ability to assess, to demonstrate and the student learning to student objectives are being met. And we have a characteristic in addition characteristic of IMS or instructional materials. Instructional materials can be large enough to be seen by the student. The instructional materials can be source of useful purposes. Instructional materials can mark up to date in every respect. Instructional materials are simple, cheap, and also maybe improvise. Instructional materials can be accurate and realistic. Lastly, instructional materials can be informative, but it doesn't mean it's just for entertainment. So next, the characteristic of technological tools. So first, accessibility. So accessibility is an extremely important characteristic of any edtech tool. Diba? Ang accessibility is usa siya ka edtech tools or educational technology tools nga would be accessible. Of course, the content that can be accessible to all. So next is second is of access. It can be frustrating to learn about new tools that would be perfect for your institution or class only to find that it out of your price range. Kung sa ease of access, it must be discovered in a free instructions but to cost to the student. Third is short learning curve. While all instructors try to do their best to be innovative for their students, there is only so much time in the day. So, the short learning curve is a very useful in edtech tool. Should be enhance the learning environment, not to distract from the student learning objectives and goals of the lesson. Fourth is promote audience participation interactivity. For most educators, or the main reason to look for new edtech tools is to promote participation or interactivity. Promote audience and participation interactivity. It is understandable that there's some of the subject or class in participation or where the content simplify need to be shared, and it means that this is where the presentation tools or the videos can be helpful in the classroom. So lastly, assessment. Assessment is extremely important when it comes to choose an educational tool. a tool that can offers result reporting preferably by individual student is essential. So, di ba? Assessment is ability to assess within the tool can assess in demonstrating that the student learning objectives are being met. So that are my topic. The next reporter will be Miss Liza Fabro.
Multiple means of representation provide information in multiple formats to accommodate diverse learning styles and preferences. Multiple means of expression allow for diverse ways of expressing knowledge and understanding, such as through written, oral, or visual communication. Multiple means of engagement provide opportunities for engagement and motivation through varied activities and materials and allow for choices and preferences in learning. Flexibility and accessibility ensure that all materials and activities are accessible to all learners regardless of their abilities or disabilities. Inclusivity create an inclusive learning environment and respect and values diversity and fosters a sense of belonging for all learners.
So, good afternoon everyone. I am Jocelyn Namanga, and I'm going to share about the features and uses of ICT tools for collaboration and sharing resources in TLE learning. So, when we say ICT tools, these are technology-based tools that can be used to create, store, and share information. So, ang gamit sa ICT, no, para labi na kitang mga future educator and mga teacher karon, dako kay tabang ang ICT tools, labi na sa during sa pandemic, no, gamit sa mga Google Meet, mag-create sa mga assessment para ma-share sa mga estudyante kung unsay mga buhaton. So, in the context of TLE learning, ICT tools can be utilized to facilitate collaborative learning and resource sharing among teachers and students. So, these tools have different features and purposes that can enhance the teaching and learning process. So, there are several ICT tools can be used for collaboration and sharing resources in TLE or technology and livelihood education learning. Example, number 1, so Google Drive. So these tools allow teachers and students to create and share documents, spreadsheets, and presentation which can be accessed and edited by multiple users in real time. So labi na ang Google Drive no is gamit kaayo labi na sa mga atong mga storage na no ang mga cellphone, so you can upload your mga pictures nga angay nimo kanang kibali ginasayangan nimo nga i-delete, so you can upload using Google Drive. So miskan asa ka mo, miskan ma-delete pa na or yung cellphone nga mawala, pwede ang mga importante sa nimo diha nga imo i-upload, pwede ra gyapon nimo malagin ang imong mga gipang post gikan sa Google Drive using your Gmail account, no? So, ma-backup siya siya. So, second, Padlet. So, this is an online bulletin board where students can collaborate and share ideas by posting text, images, videos, and other idea. So, ang Padlet is it has a wide range of application, including collaborative brainstorming. So, using collaborative brainstorming, you can use Padlet to engage in group brainstorming session and gather ideas from different people in real time. So, second, digital portfolios. So Padlet can be used as a digital portfolio to showcase your work and project. So you can also share your portfolio with others for feedback and reviews. Third, interactive presentation. So you can use Padlet as a tool to make your presentation more interactive and engaging. So you can add multimedia content and allow your audience to participate in the presentation. So 4, group discussion. You can use Padlet to facilitate group discussion and debates. It allows for multiple users to post their opinion and thoughts in a structured manner. So 5th, learning and teaching Padlet. Teaching. So Padlet can be used as teaching tools, allowing teachers to assign and collect assignments, share resources, and create interactive board to engage learning. So overall, Padlet is a versatile digital tools that can be used for various educational and productivity purposes.
So, good afternoon, ma'am. For the continuation of Ms. Abamunga, the features and uses of ICT tools for collaboration and sharing resources in tele-learning. So, we have here the Edmodo. This is a social learning platform that provides a secure online space for teachers and students to communicate, collaborate, and share resources. So, Edmodo has a wide range which utilizes educators to supplement their teaching and help students in the way of communication. So, by the use of Edmodo, teachers and students can easily share content, announcements, and ideas within each other. Collaboration. Edmodo also allows students to work on projects together outside the classroom. Online assignment submission. It makes students to turn in easily their assignments. Discussion. So this helps the students to participate themselves and be comfortable in speaking up online. And lastly, parent-teacher communication, in which helps parents communicate with their child's teacher and receive updates on their child progress and more. Overall, Edmodo is a platform that creates a collaborative and interactive learning environment. So the fourth one is Quizlet. This tool allows teachers and students to create and share flashcards, quizzes, and study games, which can be used for group activities. And so Quizlet. Quizlet helps users study and memorize information among learning activities. So here are some common uses of Quizlet. Exam preparation, language learning, learning new concepts, team collaboration, and teachers tool. This tool can be used by anyone who is interested in learning and retaining information. And lastly, we have here the Kahoot. So Kahoot is an interactive quiz game that can be used for collaborative learning and assessment. This tool is popular. It allows students and teachers to create and participate in interactive quizzes, surveys, and games. Kahoot can be fun and engaging way for educators to review content and assess learning. So, these ICT tools have various features that can be used for collaboration and sharing resources in tele-learning. Overall, ICT tools are an effective way to promote collaboration and sharing of resources in tele-learning. They can help to create a more engaging and dynamic learning environment where students can learn from each other and participate actively in their own learning and make tele-learning more interactive and fun.
Good morning, everyone. My topic is all about community of learning, COL, for technology and livelihood education. So it's a collaborative and participatory learning environment that bring together learner, teacher, expert, and skill to share knowledge, skill, and experience to related to TLE. So the effectiveness of COL for TLE in the professional development of learning can be seen in the following ways. So number one is collaborative learning. So kabalo mo siguro taon sa collaborative learning. balik naman sa ato like COL for telling encourage learner to collaborate and learn from one another. So like kita mga student, so para sa ato kailangan kita kuan mentor like a teacher kanang inana o learner to collaborate learn from one another. So kanang mo learn kita sa ila ba collaborate without mo sitag kanang mo mindstorming kanang mo ato i-gather atong information to para maka-learn daw about sa iya or sa siya to. So this approach help learning to develop problem solving and creativity as they work together. So kung mag-work together, so masolve na tong real world problem. So that's collaborative learning. So the number 2 is access to expertise. Access to enter sa mga expert to expertise. So expert, diba? So COL for provide learner with access to expert. So access to expert in the field who can share their knowledge and experience. So mga teacher, mga mentor, so mga mga leaders, so expert man sila sa field kung na sila nga part, expert sila na part as a teacher, expert sila sa magtudlo sila sa mga students. So this exposure to expert industry professional can help learner to develop relevant skills kanang like communication, critical thinking, kanang mga relevant skills sa 21st century and stay up to date with the latest trend and development in the TLL. So ang access to expertise naman so maka-increase siya sa student performance chances of success. So kailangan gid nato magpunta sa mga mentor like sa mga expert sa mga danang field. So number 3 is peer mentoring. So kabalo man sa peer mentoring peer to peer. So anang COL for TLE create opportunity to peer mentoring. Mentor dapon like mentoring na mentor. So where more experienced learner can share the knowledge, more experience. So kinsa may more experience, so mga teacher, di ba? More experience kaysa student or can share their knowledge and skill with less experience learner. So kita less experience. So this approach help to develop leadership skills, fosters a culture of continuous learning. So mo-enhance as a peer mentoring kanang peer to peer. So kailangan gid ta magkuan sa mga high experience nga mga like mentor. Kailangan gid tag mentor gid as a student. Kailangan tag or mo help ta sa mga third year or fourth year or teacher mo asta inana unang peer mentoring kanang mo atong mo help ta mo develop sa datong mga skills bitaw to become a leader. So last is professional networking. So COL is provide learner with opportunity to network with professional and industrial experts. So ang learner mag-provide with opportunity to mutabang sa learner ang makatabang ang COL sa learner para makakunik sa mga expert or maka-engage sa mga professional and mga expert. So this exposure can lead the job opportunity to internship and other career advancement and opportunity. So through COL, the learner now have capacity to market bitaw kanang. So the professional networking, so kung nabay kuan mo na capacity or access para i-market or i-showcase ang ilang mga idea, i-showcase ang ilang mga idea or ang ilang mga product baka nga naghimo sa lain nga industriya. So maka-engage bitaw sila og pagtrabaho sa industriya through internship program. In that way maka-connect sila sa mga professional o pwede sila makatuon sila para og maka-impart pod sila sa mga learning ngadto sa uban. So that's all my topics. Thank you.